UFC Fight Night, Bourquechop versus Cannonier is coming up next weekend. And today, guys, I have the complete betting guide for you. We're going to go through confident picks, underdog opportunities, fights that I do not believe you should be betting on, my personal lock of the week. And then we're going to end off the video with some fun parlays and looking for any props that are available at the time of recording this video with timestamps if you'd like to skip to any part of the video. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with 20 YouTube channels. Let's start this video off with the confident picks. And guys, for these confident picks, if you are new to the channel over here, I give a very brief reason as to why I believe these fighters are going to win the fight. I already have a full card breakdown video diving as deep into these fights as I could possibly go. That is one of the previous videos on the channel. It's very, very easy to find, so if you're interested, you can check that out. But anyways, the first confident pick I have for you is Jacqueline Cavalcanti. Now, I'm not like majorly confident enough to bet on this fight, but I do think that she's going to win this fight because, first of all, she's been on a nice little win streak that we have going on over here. She is a technical striker, doesn't stop moving, and I feel like the game plan to beat Nunes has just been brought out. That, and on top with Nunes being incredibly small for the division, a lot of people don't know why she fights at 135 because you have a 5'8" fighter versus 5'2" over here. Nunes could very well just struggle with the strength, but I think that Jacqueline will be able to move around enough in the octagon to get the better of Nunes, who just will walk forward and want to throw big overhand rights. Let's continue on to the next confident pick of mine, and it's going to be Danny Silva. I've just been majorly impressed with this guy. Dennis Bazooka is very, very promising, okay? And he does have the tools to win this fight, but I do like Danny Silva in this matchup. I think he's going to have more tools. I think that he has more heart. He's coming out of a great gym. Like, I really am high on what Danny Silva can bring to the octagon right now. And I think he's going to continue his win streak. Danny Silva is another confident pick of mine. Now, I'm interested to know what you guys think about this one, okay? I have another confident pick that is going to be Tabitha Ricci. She's an underdog at the time recording this video. Tabitha Ricci, I believe, is just better than Angela Hill. Yeah, and also, I know, before you say it, she lost this fight to Tisha Pennington. I would imagine most people say so. She's on a 2-fight losing streak. Angela Hill on a 2-fight win streak. I just don't think Angela Hill's that good. I don't know how she scraped by winning 4 of her last 5. I don't understand. So, if you're thinking about betting on this fight, maybe consider throwing this one to the side if you like Tabitha Ricci, because sometimes Angela Hill just seems to get it done. I think Tabitha Ricci can grab Angela Hill, drag her to the ground, keep her there. I just think that's going to be the case. So, I'm feeling good about Tabitha Ricci, but I don't know about that one. But anyways, guys, the last confident pick I have for you is going to be Kyle Bourquechop. These guys coming out of the Fighting Nerds, man, are on an absolute tear. We just saw Kyle Bourquechop start to put on... Okay, we can't really say his striking is getting way better because he did fight Paul Craig in his last fight, but I think that he has the tools, good enough tools to get inside against Jared Cannonier, drag him to the ground, and make decent work of him. You got to worry about Jared Cannonier taking this fight on short notice at 40 years old, coming off of a fight where he did get rocked, and I understand it was a controversial stoppage, but it is damage at the end of the day to a 40-year-old. And he still looks great for 40, okay? I just like Kyle Bourquechop in his prime. I think he's getting better. And I think he will be able to outwork Jared Cannonier on the ground. Now, guys, I want to talk about an underdog opportunity for you. It's not necessarily a pick of mine. I think it's a tough fight to pick. But if you're looking to just get value of your bets, I don't mind this underdog at all. And it's going to be James Liontot. He has more tools to win this fight. Like we were talking about with Josiane Nunes, the game plan to beat Vyacheslav Bourquechop is out. Take him down, work him. His biggest weakness is the takedown defense in itself. James Liontot, while he is primarily a striker, he definitely has an all-round toolkit to get a one-up on Bourquechop. Plus, I need to see Bourquechop come back after taking a horrible amount of damage just 2 months ago, almost 3 months ago. I don't think that's something that you can bounce back from 2 months ago, okay? So I think that there is some outliers over here that kind of work against Bourquechop in this fight, but I do think that on the feet, Bourquechop is the way better fighter. That's why I'm really kind of stuck on this one. But James Liontot, been impressed with him so far too. Like, he's not some world beater or anything, but he definitely has a toolkit enough to beat Vyacheslav Bourquechop. Now, guys, I want to move on to a couple fights that I do not believe you should be betting on. I'm going to give a very brief reason as to why, because this one, it is super brief. There's not a ton to talk about. You have Kong Wang versus Victoria Leonardo. Victoria Leonardo, her record's not good, but she's taking on some great competition. She's not the best fighter in the division. Kong Wang is just coming to the UFC. We only saw her really against and this is, I don't even want to say good opponent, Like, at least we saw on the road to the UFC, it's been better than what she has fought. So my point being, she looks promising, but we don't know how she's going to fit in the UFC against somebody who does have a ton of UFC experience, but isn't a high-level UFC fighter, if that makes sense. I'm staying away from this one personally, but there is another fight that I do not believe you should be betting on. I have a feeling you guys are going to call me crazy for this one, but I think it's Edmund Shabazian versus Gerald Meerschaert. Edmund is just so inconsistent. Well, GM3 is inconsistent too. Is Edmund Shabazian going to come out and is he going to get taken down? Is he going to get outworked? That on top, at GM3, his age is really starting to show. He's taken a lot of damage over the years, put his body through a lot. His striking in his last couple fights have been ridiculously slow. Edmund has very fast striking. Edmund has very powerful striking. But what happens when Gerald, or if Gerald, gets a hold of Edmund Shabazian, that fight's going to the ground, Edmund might get drowned. Too many possibilities here. Difficult to predict. I do not believe, out of every fight on this card, I honestly believe that this is the one you should not be betting on. Comment down below if you think otherwise. I would love to know what you guys think. But anyways, guys, let's talk about my personal lock of the week. And I understand it's a big favorite, okay? For this section of the video, I picked the fighter on the card that I believe has the biggest chance of winning. It's going to be Michael Morales. I know. Unfortunately, Neil Magny is past his prime. Michael Morales is very good at the calf kicks. Neil Magny has suffered with that the past couple fights. I have no reason to believe that Michael Morales won't continue with that route. Plus, the only worry that I have about Michael Morales is sometimes he's too calm in there. Sometimes he gets hit with some pretty big shots because he's so calm in there. I don't think he'll have to worry about some big power shot from Neil Magny. Neil Magny is going to come in, want to wrestle, want to clinch, and I think that Michael Morales is going to have the good enough movement to get the one-up on Neil Magny. I hope I'm wrong because I'm a huge fan of Neil Magny, but I think Michael Morales has this one in the bag, man. But anyways, before we continue on to the fun part of the video, guys, I do want to stop for a second and talk about the channel membership. If you don't want to hear me talk about it, skip about 30 seconds to a minute. I talk a lot about betting on this channel. If you're interested in hearing or seeing exactly where I'm putting my money where my mouth is, or supporting the channel, one of the two, or even if you want to combine my fight knowledge with your own research betting-wise, for any of those reasons, you can check out the channel membership. It is very cheap compared to other channels. Pinned comment, description down below, or right next to the subscribe button. Again, very cheap compared to other channels. Every single Thursday or Friday, I'll be uploading a community members post and a members only video talking about what I am actually doing with my own money. So if you are interested in any of that, and those of you who are members, I really appreciate your support. Thank you very much. And also, guys, a tool that we like to use on the channel is Odds Jam. If you guys are interested, if you have multiple sports books, if you're interested in getting ahead of the lines, you can check out Odds Jam in the pinned comment description down below as well. If you'd like to use my link and code Clenbat, if you'd like to sign up, you can get a discount when you are doing that. Thank you very much for listening, guys. Let's move on to the fun part of the video, and we're starting off right now. Just refresh the page. We're starting off right now. I'm recording this video 2 days before you are seeing it, and as of right now, there is only one fight over on Odds Jam over here, and Odds Jam is very quick to get all of the odds, by the way. Kyle Brauchel versus Jared Cannonier is the one with only a couple props available, and you can see the over-under is just with 4.5 right now. I do not like that at all. Under 4.5 minus 108. Like, I mean, actually, I was thinking like more so on the side that I usually, if I bet on an over, or if I bet on something like this, I usually go with over. I don't typically bet under, but I actually, for under 4.5, I don't think those are too bad of odds. I could see Kyle Brauchel getting a finish. Plus, if you want to look at it the other way, Jared Cannonier does have some big power. Honestly, it's something worth considering, but this isn't something that I would do personally. The over 4.5 is nuts for that value. So very quick, very quick time for the props over here. Let's continue, guys, on to the section with the fun parlays. Again, we're not looking for anything too hard over here because, of course, it's there's not a ton we can do. There's no props out. So let's take a look. Let's just pick some fights over here. And I don't even think that, do we have any or all of the fights on here right now? I don't think we do, but that's okay. Let's pick some fights over here. We have Danny Silva, Jacqueline Cavalcanti. We have, this is a really tough one. I'm going to skip this. Zachary Reese is a good pick, and Tabitha Ritchie, Michael Morales, and Kyle Brauchel. Something is bound to go wrong in this big of a parlay, but 10 times your money actually isn't too bad, to be honest with you. As of right now, let's take a look at what all the underdogs get you. I always like taking a look at this. If you guys don't know, my sister and I do this every week. We put 10 cents on all the underdogs. Let's see, 10 cents gets you. That's not even worth it, to be honest with you. That's crazy. It's a lot of close fights this time around, except shockingly, Victoria Leonardo is this big of an underdog, but, I mean, Wang Kong does look promising, but there's not a ton we can do over here. Like, if I want to do, like, Danny Silva and maybe Zachary Reese. That's not too bad. That's not bad. What would be better? Michael Morales. What do you get from Michael Morales? And what did we just take a look at? Zachary Reese, 2 really big favorites. I don't hate those odds, honestly. I don't hate those odds, but I mean, like, the potential for Zachary Reese to lose is probably there. Like, what do we want to do? The odds that Kyle Brajo's at is something that I would probably play on my own, just by itself. So if you want to do, like, maybe Michael Morales, Danny Silva, still not too great, but regardless, there's some good options we can do this time around, guys. Let me know what you think about all of the fights this weekend down below. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time. Let me know what bets you like and what you didn't like. If you want to check out the full card breakdown, diving as deep into these fights as we possibly can. I just noticed what's in my background. Check out the video right here, guys. I will see you either there or in the next video. Take care.